top of the morning to you. So, where do we begin? Well, I'm here to, first of all, we are going to talk about some new things, new products, and new realizations, you might say. And as we are doing that, I am going to get ready for the day because I need to go to the DMV today. Joy, right? Yeah, the DMV is not the most fun place on earth to be, but in this case, I'm doing a favor for a friend, and he is also going to sell me $100 for doing it. So yeah, why not, right? He's in Brazil, so he cannot do it, as he has moved there with his beautiful pregnant wife. So why not, right? So, okay, first, before we get to the good stuff, let's get to the good stuff. Let's talk about some of the new products that have arrived. My nose always itches when I wear foundation. I don't know why. Maybe it's the cat hair. Anyway, so let's talk about the things that we got in the last week-ish, okay? Some were gifted, some were not, and I have to say that per FTC guidelines because I don't like to break the law. So let's get it together. I got this Dior Forever Glow Veil. It's like a glowy primer, and I absolutely adore it. This is my second or third bottle. I love this stuff. So that's what you're probably seeing besides the skincare, but it adds a lot of glow. We also got the new One Size Powder Melt Glass Setting Spray. This stuff is fantastic. If you have ever tried this is the one with glitter, I wouldn't advise personally, unless you like being covered in glitter for some reason. You might. Some people do. Maybe you're going to some kind of party. I don't know. No judgment here. In any case, if you've ever tried the original One Size Until Dawn Setting Spray, which is kind of like a hairspray for your face, you will love this. And if you've tried this and didn't love it because of the mattifying effect, you will love this even more, because not only does it melt your powder, your setting powders and all of that into your skin and, set everything nice and in place, but it gives a beautiful glow. Love it. And yes, it does make your makeup transfer proof, transfer resistant, however you want to word it. But there's a little caveat there. You've got to make sure that you cover everything. If you don't cover this area really well, naturally there's going to be some transfer. So just a little caveat. I also got the new Dior blush sticks. I love this. This is probably, I have a ton of blushes. And when I say I have a ton, I mean I have a ton of blushes. I love blush. This one is one of my favorites. This is in the shade, I think it's pink lavender. I don't know, pink lavender, I believe it is. It's a very summery, springy type of vibe. It's light. It is buildable, but it's not something that's, like some people get blush blindness and wear a lot of blush, or it's really dark or really noticeable. This is not that type of thing. First of all, it's a cream, obviously. It's not meant to be like that. It's meant to be, a light summer makeup, like we've discussed in previous video, wearing the least amount of makeup for the heat. First of all, you don't want to melt your makeup off, although this will help. And no, this is not sponsored. I just really love it. And yes, I am a little sick, so forgive me. Yes. This is like couple little things, but I love it. Where are you? Okay, the new Prada eyeliner pencil. Oh my goodness. First of all, this is the blackest black of eyeliners I've ever used. It is perfect. It's perfect for tight lining. It's perfect for drawing, eyeliner. and even a little wing. Of course, you'll have to sharpen it up, but it does get really, really sharp when you sharpen it, and it doesn't like mush down right away into nothingness. And it doesn't like smear all over, and like if you tight line, it doesn't transfer to the bottom waterline. Very cool, love it. This is in Nero, I believe. Yeah, 01 Nero. And also, I don't know if this is new, I think so. Well, anyway, it's new to me. It is the Armani, I believe it's Extreme Lash. And this is what the brush looks like. It's sort of a, you know, those like little plasticky type of, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, if you're anything like me, like first of all, my lashes are light. They're light colored, so you just don't really see them. But worse than that, like my lashes are okay length. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they were longer, but they're, you know, they're a decent length, but they stick straight out. And it doesn't matter if I use an eyelash curler or a heated eyelash curler or what, they would just stick straight out unless I have the perfect mascara. I don't know where it is, but the newly formulated or new and improved Dior, what is it, Over Volume, Dior Show Over Volume, whatever, mascara is fantastic because it's waterproof, but it's easy to get off. But it keeps your lashes lifted and, you know. But the one I got, it was gifted, and I don't know if it like sat in the warehouse for a while and it just got dried out or if that's its formula, so I didn't want to buy another one. So anyway, this one, it's got a much thinner, it's a much thinner formula, and yes, it definitely lifts the lashes. You don't have to coat it 100 times, although you can, and it will not look spidery or weird or clumpy. And it's really easy to remove with, you know, like an oil-based cleanser, cleansing balm, whatever. I haven't tried it with just a cleanser because I double cleanse, but fantastic mascara. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. What else did we get? We got this. I think these are new. I don't know. This was gifted. It's a Stila liquid eyeliner. This one happens to be in gold. And I did try it yesterday. It's beautiful, long-lasting. I love it. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk about it. Anyway, we won't put that in the description. I also got Carla Cosmetics. I had a little issue with their components bringing. So they reshipped out the two pressed pigments that I got, which one is the Velvet Dreams and the other is Nightfall. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If you are ever looking for some very unique, incredibly formulated eyeshadows, whether you want the loose pigments or pressed pigments, chef's kiss. Highly recommend Carla Cosmetics, and their customer service is top notch. They even sent me over their, well, this is a multi-purpose makeup fixing spray. This stuff is really cool, especially if you're using a loose eye pigment. Spray your eye first, or you can spray your brush, either way. I've tried it both ways. They both work, except when you spray your eye, you get wet all over, so I spray the brush. But then you just tap into your loose pigment, and it sets beautifully, and it stays all day, and it intensifies the color of the pigment. So there's that. I'm sure I got a lot of other stuff that you don't care about, like sunscreens, and I'll get to all this other stuff. Also, I do need to mention this. I promised her I would too. Luxe de, I don't want to share my address. Luxe de Lash. This is a really amazing small business, women-owned business for hybrid lashes. Now, I have worked with them before for, oh my gosh, years ago. I don't even remember. She sent me over 3 different styles of strip lashes. One I did already cut down, and I have tried, and I love them. I love her lashes. They have a clear band, so you're not going to see any band there. And they're all handmade. Some are made, some are, you know, you got to look into all that. She also sent me over some of the clusters, which I want to try today. But I need to give you a little discount code because she's so sweet. She gave me a discount code for my viewers, 25% off. Use the code Heather25 and you will get 25% off of your purchase of any of the lashes or lash glues, lash liners, whatever lash stuff she's got going on over there. They're all great. And again, that's Luxe DD Lash. Okay, so I will put that into the description. Now, let's get to the makeup and the talk. First and foremost, I would like to make another apology. Oh yeah, we gotta do that. Old Tom, old bad Tom, old knife hoarder. Well, you were right. I should have listened. My conscience bothered me, and to an extent, I stand by that. I did the right thing, I think, by apologizing to her. But turns out she's a psycho. And yeah, you know, she can go from being a very kind, friendly, reasonable person to bashing you without choosing your name, of course. Not like it was hard to figure out, right? And it's okay, because I commented on the video and said it was me she was talking about. The problem is that she didn't quite tell the whole truth like she often does. So I'm going to tell you the whole truth. And if need be, I still have the emails. So I can very easily pull them up to back up my claims. So you see, you know, yeah, it started out, the big deal apparently started out with this. And many of you who troll her videos, as it were, probably saw this. It didn't say my name because I was blocked under my real name, this name here. So I had to create another account. In any case, you probably saw where I had mentioned when she was talking about her turquoise jewelry that I had a piece that she might like. And she said, take a picture, send it over, I'll buy it from you. Sure you heard that, right? Okay. Well, it took me a couple of hours of searching for it, and then I found another piece, you know, photographing it, looking up information to show her where it came from and the variations of colors, because there's a bracelet that has different color turquoise, because if you don't know and you don't care, it doesn't matter. But there are other colors of turquoise besides blue. In any case, so I spent quite a bit of time doing that, you know, so she didn't think I was like trying to scam her or send her some fake stuff or whatever. And, you know, just to be nice, maybe she didn't know all of that about turquoise. In any case, I got no response. She likes to claim that she gets like 9,000 emails a day. Listen, I'm an influencer, you know, not so much on this platform, but on my other platforms, and I get hundreds of emails a day. How she gets 9,000 a day? You tell me. Is that an exaggeration, do you think? But interestingly enough, if you send her an email with something, you know, relevant to her or something she gives a damn about, she'll respond like that. Yeah, she will. Interesting, right? Anyway, so I wrote her back. No, I'm sorry, skip back. I left a comment on one of the videos or community post, something. I left a comment just saying, hey, I sent you those photos you asked for the turquoise. in an email, hope you got it, or something to that effect. I'm not going to quote verbatim because I don't want to look like a liar, right? Okay. So, still didn't get an answer. So I emailed her again, right? And I'm going to be honest, I emailed again because I need the money. Point blank, period. I'm struggling here a little bit. And why is irrelevant. That's really nobody's business. I mean, we can get into that, really, if y'all really want to know, but why? Anyway, well, because people like drama. So, there's that. Anyway, so I emailed her back and I was like, hey, basically, I spent all this time to send you the photos that you asked for and I got no response. Are you interested or not? Like, let me know one way or the other, because if you're not interested, I can put them up for sale somewhere else or whatever, because I have some other things that I need to sell, like some perfumes, unopened perfumes, and clothes and stuff like that. Well, what do you know? She immediately answered that one back, right? But she gets so many a day. So many. And she said, you might as well go ahead and put them up for sale. No real explanation. It's like, okay, cool. Well, mind you, in between this, she had done a live, another live, where she, after I had come back and made myself known in the chat, and that I was sorry for being a vicious bully, and everyone welcomed me back, she starts talking about all the haters and all the people that, people like me, okay, that I was, at that point, a former hater, right? And she's going on and on and on. And to me, I'm sorry, call me crazy if you want to, which essentially she did. She's gaslighting me. I took it personal. I took it very personal. And not for nothing, even if it wasn't personal, it was extremely in bad taste. You knew how bad I felt. You knew because I said it repeatedly, okay? Call me a wuss, I don't care. I'm a very sensitive person, okay? Wow. Shoot me for being sensitive and admitting it. Anyhow, did I even finish? No, I didn't. Listen, I'm getting all passionate and forgetting what I'm doing. So anyway, it was insensitive of her, in my opinion, to talk about that. And I don't know that that was even supposed to be the topic. According to her title, it had absolutely nothing to do with what she allegedly had planned, but she sure enough did, and I felt bad. So I left. I left the chat. I said, I gotta go. I didn't say why. I didn't think I really needed to, but in any case, I left because, yeah, I did feel a personal attack. And again, even if it wasn't a personal attack, it was insensitive, to say the least. You know what I mean? It took a lot of humility, a lot of it took a lot for me to apologize, period. Okay? Not just to her, but to a couple of her supporters that I had been somewhat friendly with. Anyway, I wrote her back after that video. This was during the time, I don't know the order of time right now because my brain is shot. Too many, too many good times in the past. Anyway, yeah. So I texted her again and I said, I get the feeling that you only first of all, I don't know the wording again that I said it in. I know what I said, but I don't know the exact wording or in what order. So forgive me if I don't say it exactly right, because I'm quite sure she's going to try to correct me on this. But I got the email still, and I'm sure she does too. But anyway, she can take my tone any way she wants to. I know what my tone was. Was I angry? No. I was merely trying to have a conversation as an adult, like she said, right? Can we not just talk like adults? So that's what I was doing. So I said, I get the feeling that you really only accepted my apology and welcomed me back for your supporters, for your channel. It was more or less, I was saying that it was just for looks, that she really didn't forgive me, and that she really did hold a grudge, but, you know, it looked good for her to say, oh, welcome back, no, all is forgiven, you know. And we don't say sorry in Scientology, but I've heard her say those words, but not to me. In any case, well, actually, yeah, she did say, I'm sorry if I made you feel some type of way, which is just a way of not taking responsibility for something, but trying to sound like, you know, you guys know, okay? Whoever you are out there listening, if anybody, you know what I mean. All right, so I said that, and I said, you know, I did say I felt like she was gaslighting me, because I think she does gaslight a lot of people in a lot of ways. She's very sarcastic, and just not a very nice person, quite frankly. God, I just sound like Trump, quite frankly. Anyway, I don't remember exactly what else I said, but she went on to say, oh, she said to me, I can remember this part. She said to me that when she replied that if she had a problem with me, she would just say it. She's not a passive aggressive person. Okay. That she's feeling a little uncomfortable by this whole thing. And in fact, I had said to her before she replied that I didn't think it was a good idea that I continued to watch her channel, okay? Because it's not, because it's just gonna piss me off. I should have known that, right? But, you know, we all make mistakes. Anyway, she says to me, something to the effect of, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable. I'm feeling uncomfortable by this, or you're making me feel uncomfortable, something to that effect. How am I making you feel uncomfortable? By telling you that how I feel, first of all. Oh, and I mentioned too that in that video, in that very same video where she was talking about her haters, she was talking about how she didn't need any more friends, that she had all the friends she needed, and essentially, I don't remember the words verbatim, but she made it very clear that she didn't need any friends from her chat or any of her supporters. She had her mods, and that's all she needed, right? I'm sure you heard that. And yet, her stupid supporters didn't hear that. But in other streams, she would say about, oh, and you're my friend. You guys are my friends. No, you're not. You guys, wake up. You're not her friends. She said it verbatim. Only friends she has and wants and needs are her mods, right? That is what she said. Go back and watch the video. If I'm lying, hey, I'll be the first to admit it. If I'm lying, I'm dying, okay? Because that's what she said. Now, I wasn't trying to be her friend. So I don't know, like, I guess because I shared a little bit of information about, my likes and dislikes just randomly in an email prior to all that she just assumed I was trying to be her friend. But that was definitely directed at me. And I don't care what she says. That whole stream was directed at me. She was making it very clear that, look, this whole truce, this is on paper. This is on paper, as it were. This is for looks and nothing more. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to talk to you. I don't forgive you. I'm going to take a jab at you any chance I get, but I'm not going to say your name because I don't want people to know what an awful person I really am, right? You guys know this. And those of you who don't, shame on you for being so freaking blind. Just because she says the words you want and need to hear doesn't mean they're true. Okay? I love you. She doesn't know you. She's made that clear many, many times. You guys know me, or at least as much as I'm willing to share with you, but I don't know you. How many times she said that? She just said that in that email, or I'm sorry, and in that stream that was about the email she got from, she's not going to say who. It was me. Okay? Now, so, like I said, she wrote back and said, if I had anything to say to you, or I was mad at you, or whatever she said, I would tell you I'm not passive aggressive. I would have just said it straight out. Really, would you have? In an email that could be read or shown online for your supporters, your cult members to see for themselves who you really are? Would you really have done that, Reese? Let's be honest. I don't think you would have. And then, of course, she had to add that, and yes, I said I didn't need any more friends, that I wasn't looking for any friends, that my friends were my mods. Okay, well, we got that in writing. Not that I ever asked her to be my friend, so yeah, think much of yourself there a little too much. Comes the narcissism again, but anyway, that's another subject. Now, I did say I was not going to make any more hateful videos, and this isn't really what I'm doing. Others may disagree. That's fine. You have the right to your own opinion. So do I. This is me telling my story. This is telling my truth. Well, the truth, not my truth. Anyway, so yeah, where was I? I don't know. What? No. Anyway, oh God, I lost my train of thought. Hold on, give me a minute to think about this. Yeah, I remember. So in her little spiel in the last live, I don't know if it was last night or the night before, I don't know, because I seen it, parts of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I seen it on the replay, so it was probably night before last, maybe? I don't know. Who cares? You guys who troll that stuff, and those of you who are her supporters who are going to come here and try to slam me or shame me somehow, don't even bother, because it's not happening. Anyway, you know. So she went on to tell all types of lies and exaggerations about how she told me, she told this person this, that, and the other, and I told them blah, 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 and blah. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. No, she freaking didn't. She said that I don't remember the wording. She did say that she felt uncomfortable That's it. Then she says, maybe it would be better if you don't watch my videos anymore. And then said that she was uncomfortable. And then in the next breath, you're always welcome in my chat. So which is it? Don't watch or watch? Which one is it, Reese? Should I watch or shouldn't I? I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to watch. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't care anymore. I don't care what. I know that no matter what you say, there's only going to be this much truth and this much bullcrap to it. So why bother? And you know, I'm still subscribed to the old knife hoarder. So, you know, I can get my information from him if I need any, if I choose to make a video again. And to be honest with you, at this point, I don't have any plans to make any more videos about you. That is, unless, of course, you decide to talk about me again, using my name or not. Okay? And you may have noticed that some of those videos that were taken down have been put back up. At this point, I have not decided that I want to put them all back up. But I never deleted the receipts I said I had. Never deleted them. Those I still have. Because I had a feeling somewhere, like, you know, in the back of your subconscious, I guess, that you would do something like this. And you know what? I should have listened to Knife Hoarder. I should have. And, you know, I probably screwed up any type of friendship that we may have had as far as an online friendship is concerned, as far as the same cause, as it were. And, you know, if I did, I did. I did delete that video that I made attacking him, because it's only right. And I deleted it. I didn't hide it. I didn't, you know, put it away for later, as I did with the videos of REESE. So, yeah, there you have it. I think, while I lean towards Knife Hoarder's side, I think I'm going to kind of stay in my own lane in terms of I'm not going to pick sides. If it affects me, you know, then you'll see that Heather again. But for now, this is it. This is just me telling my truth, the truth. And I don't know. I use my phone to film, and the email is on my phone, but I might be able to get it off the laptop and read it if I need to. Just saying. Or if somebody wants to know what the email says, I could do that. I can show you and read it to you. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the new products and my truth, the truth, about what really happened between REESE and I. She is not telling people off the way she says she is. Trust and believe. Happy hump day.